Hey guys, so in this episode we're going to talk about the power of goal setting. It's been said, without a vision the people perish. Every successful person I've ever met or even just read about regularly sets goals. Every successful entrepreneur, real estate investor, even professional athlete sets goals. I read about a study that was done by Yale University back in the 50s where they asked the entire graduating class how many of them had written their goals down. They discovered that about 3% of that class had actually written their goals, written them down. Then what they did is they revisited that entire graduating class 20 years later. What they discovered was astonishing. They discovered that the 3% that had written their goals were healthier, they were happier, and worth more than the entire 97% combined. Your brain has something in it called the Reticular Activating System. This system separates all the thousands and thousands of bits of information that your brain has to process when it goes through the day, when you go through the day. For example, have you ever purchased a new car and you realize you never really noticed that car before you owned one and now you see it everywhere? That's the Reticular Activating System at work. And that's what you activate when you write your goals down. Your brain is very powerful, and the simple act of writing these things down that you want in your life triggers that system to start looking for those things that'll help you achieve those goals. Don't be one of those people that go through life blindly letting life push them, in one direction or another. Take control of your destiny by regularly writing down your goals. And of course, the why you must achieve every one of those goals. Remember, it's the why associated with your goals that'll drive you. Achieving those goals is never a straight line. But if you have goals, when you get off course, you refocus on that outcome and you get back on course. You change direction as needed. Like an airplane or a boat that's going from one destination to another. They're typically off course 90% of the time, but it still ends up landing or arriving in the right spot. And it's the same thing with goals, as long as you have that outcome that you can focus on. Now, I know if you're watching this show, you likely have written goals. But the sad reality is that very few people in this country have actually taken the time to write down their goals or have written down why they want them. And that's why so many people have unrealized dreams. So if you haven't written down your goals recently, there's really no excuse. Sit down and do it. Your future self will be very glad you did. And if you go to work on your goals will go to work on you. Life is about who you become in the pursuit of your goals. You can't change your destination overnight, but you can certainly change your direction overnight. I'm Rod Khleif, and I'll see you at the top.